Hola, mi amor. Today, I would like to talk about insecurity, confidence, self-love, and self-image. So we must understand that even before we came into this world, we have been conditioned. We were conditioned genetically, and that's why we look so much like our relatives and our family. We have been conditioned by society growing up as babies, infants, children, teenagers, young adults, and even older people. Every step of the way, every part of our lives, we have been conditioned by society, by our culture, family and friends, religion, TV shows, music, literally anything you can think of. And none of this is good nor bad, but it contributes to who we are, okay? So please understand that portion. And lots of us take on these things, these beliefs, these feelings. We've grown up with them and we don't know how to get rid of them in a way. And I'm going to share with you one of our superpowers, which is so incredible, and it's a shame because everyone has this superpower, but not many people know how to utilize it. It's one of our mental faculties, and that is reason. So in our conscious mind, we have the ability to accept or reject anything that comes our way. As a little child, I could have told you the sky is green, and if you really believed me at that time, you would have grown up thinking the sky is green because you didn't have the ability to reject it, okay? So lots of people, when they're provided with information, it's just very easy and simple to just accept. We're not really used to, looking at it. I mean, some people are better than others at like analyzing a piece of information and disregarding it or accepting it. Lots of things that we accept are already in alignment with what we think, okay? So let's say religion, for example. If you think this way about a religion, you're more likely to think this way and believe something that is in alignment with it, whereas a different religion could tell you something else and you reject it automatically. That is you using your reasoning factor, your superpower. Okay, what does this have to do with insecurity and confidence and self-image? Well, basically, you are the result of your environment if you haven't been utilizing your reasoning factor, or your faculty. What I mean by that is we, from a young age, have been conditioned by our family members to do this, act this way, oh, don't say that, this is a bad word, right? And this all makes who we are, okay? This makes us up. If we were told you're a troublemaker, oh, you're such a good girl, or you're always gonna get good grades, or you need to do better in math, all of these things make us up because usually we don't know how to separate who we are from these things, because if they're saying it, if our parents are saying it, it must be true, right? Incorrect. With our reasoning factor, we have the ability to reject all of these things, even if we've been told it multiple times, even if at one point we believed it ourselves, we still have the ability to reject these beliefs, these thoughts, these feelings from other people. When you know you want to do better, you can do better, right? So we have been told so many things. I know I used to be told, oh, I don't have any hobbies, I need to be more active, I'm eating a little too much. All of these things, I would get compared to my younger sister, I don't speak Spanish as well as her, and all these things are carried into our subconscious. We start to believe them, and that becomes who we are, right? So if you heard a lot of negative things, if you kept repeating these things to yourself, oh, I don't speak as well as my sister, oh, I don't work out as much as I should, oh, I do eat a lot, all of these things are on repeat in the back of your head, whether or not you realize it. And the more that you think these, the more times you fire these connections in your brain, the stronger the connection gets in your brain. So it becomes harder for you not to see yourself in that way because it's who you've been all your life, right? So when building confidence, we have to take our focus away from what we have been focused on for so much. If it's, oh, I don't like my stomach, I don't like my nose, I don't like my back, I don't like my posture, whatever, you need to start implementing things that make you feel good about these things. So for example, I didn't like my belly for the longest time. since middle school, I did not like my stomach. I thought it was really big. And what did I do? In high school, my senior year, I got a belly button piercing. So that made me feel more confident in that area because I was like, oh, yeah, we're rocking it, you know? It made me feel good. So what I like to do, if you are insecure about your body, get comfortable with your body. Stop hiding it, okay? Look at yourself naked in the mirror. Start spending more time with yourself naked, okay? Because you need to build that relationship with yourself. Your relationship with yourself should be one of the most important. Seriously, it should be the most important beside your relationship with whoever higher power there is, because I think that is also super fundamental to our being grounded in life, you know? So, but you know, your relationship with yourself is super, super important. You should be your best friend. You are going to be with you all of your life. Why would you want to spend all of your days not liking yourself, you know? So work on your confidence. If it's something with your body, accessorize it. Do something out of the ordinary that makes you like it more. Like I mentioned, get a piercing. If you don't like that, maybe get a tattoo. If you don't like that, maybe wear your favorite clothing of article over it. Don't hide it necessarily, but embrace it in a way that feels comfortable for you. Okay? What else would I like to say? I would like to mention that we have two self-images. The image that we hold in our mind, and then what is reflected to you in the mirror. And this is what I'm getting at. With our conditioning, we have been conditioned all of our lives, right? And that conditioning is held in your subconscious mind. So there is a version of you that exists in your mind that is being reflected out, okay? So I'm really doing my best to like explain this as concisely as possible. So when you have this self-image, let's say it's a strong and confident woman, that is how you are portraying yourself to the world through everything, how you speak, how you walk, your posture, what you look like, okay? If you have let's say a poor self-image and you partake in a lot of self-deprecating humor and you are always putting yourself down in front of other people as well, that will be reflected in what you say about yourself, how you carry yourself, and how you dress. It is very, very obvious. You can look at people's actions and their energy. Their energy will tell you everything. You don't even have to, sometimes you don't even have to hear what they say, but you're like, they love themselves, and you can just tell, okay? So the importance of this is that you have the ability with your reasoning factor to reject every single belief that does not feel right to you. From when you were little, from when you were a teenager, you can throw it all away. You can throw it all away. You can write it down and be like, I no longer want to believe this about myself. I no longer want to believe that I am overweight. I no longer want to believe that I need a nose job. I no longer want to believe that I don't like my stomach. I no longer want to believe that I don't fit my clothes. Things like that, right? And write all of it down. Everything that other people told you that you just don't like, that you want to get rid of, or rip it up. You can rip that paper up. I like to cross it out. I like to write X's all over it and remind myself that this is not the truth. These are all lies, right? And then on a new piece of paper, I like to write down what I do want. This is how I see myself. And my best version of me smiles all the time. My best version of me makes other people smile. My best version of me smells good all the time. My best version of me is always dressed up, has wonderful posture. Literally every single detail that you can imagine, you write it down on that piece of paper. And you recite it every single day, and you remind yourself of that, and you become that person by embodying it. You stop partaking in those beliefs, in those past beliefs of who you no longer want to be, and this will take some training. You have to cut yourself off, say next every time you think that bad thought or that old thought about yourself. Say next, change. I'm not that person anymore. Remind yourself of who you want to be. It is possible to change. It is possible to love yourself. I have not always been this person, okay? I am surprised at my growth within this past year. I have not loved myself so deeply ever in my life before. And I know that this self-love will only get deeper because it is a process and it is a decision. You will not just wake up one day and say, oop, I love myself after like 10 years of hating yourself. No, you have to start working on it. You have to get comfortable with yourself, okay? I hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would like any, any questions you have, leave them down below and I will do my best to answer them. All right, thank you so much. Love and light.